I'm Carol Karnofsky, and I'm going to be giving a presentation today on the 4 ways to improve your cash flow. This is a seminar I took from Gary Ahlquist at the Cosmoprof show a couple of weeks ago. So the first and most important way to improve your cash flow in the salon is through pricing. I know all of us as stylists and salon owners hate to raise our prices on customers, but it's something that we have to do. As inflation increases, so must prices everywhere else. Gas gets more expensive, food gets more expensive. There's no reason that hair care shouldn't get more expensive too. So the way to know if it's time for you to raise your prices, when you're 85% booked or more, it is time to raise your prices by 10%. When you're 95% booked or more, it's time to raise your prices 10 to 15%. And if you are more than 95% booked, it's time to raise your prices 20% or more. You may lose a few clients, but in the long run, it's going to be better for you to make more money on the existing clients that you have than to just try to get more people through the door. The research that Gary did, he found that 85% of salons have not raised their prices in over 20 years. So what's the best way to tell your clients you're raising your prices? You can send a letter, you can put something up at the front of the salon. He finds the best thing to do is simply to just raise your prices. And if they ask when they're checking out, say, it's time for us to raise our prices. Rather than giving them time to argue with you, just charge them what you need to charge them when they check out. Another good point here is that you shouldn't be giving prices over the phone to people. So if somebody calls and wants to know how much it is for a cut and color, you might tell this person, we do custom hair here and all of our pricing is custom as well. This puts more emphasis on people coming in for a free consultation, and that's an opportunity for you to really look at their hair, know exactly what it is that you're getting into, and then give them a custom price. So instead of saying we always charge $120 for a cut and color, we say it depends. We customize our prices for every type of hair that we have. A way to know also if you need to increase your pricing is to consider your own experience and your own level of busyness. So it goes right back to the same economic principle of supply and demand that drives every other kind of business. So we as stylists, our time is the supply, and the demand, of course, is the clients who are demanding to come see us. So when you're fresh out of school, you have a lot of supply and very little demand, so your prices need to reflect that. They need to be lower. When you get to be a really experienced stylist and have a lot of clients, you have very little supply, very little time, and a lot of demand, so that's when you need to increase your prices. Ideally, you want to keep it so that supply and demand are about equal. That would be sort of the ideal scenario, where you're busy but not too busy and you're able to charge exactly what you want to charge. The next way to improve your cash flow is through specialty marketing. The key is to determine target clients and market to them using a vehicle of marketing that they can understand and that speaks to them. What we know now is that traditional forms of marketing don't work anymore. So nobody's turning to a phone book or a newspaper anymore to find out information on salons or any other service in their area they're interested in. Nobody's looking at those forms of marketing. It's all going to be mobile, online forms of marketing. 85% of all the money that is coming in for your daily deposits is coming from one type of client. And Gary's research shows that that's a client aged 40 to 60, women. So basically you've got a lot of clients in that age range who are usually well-to-do, they're working women, and they are getting a little bit older and their hair care needs are changing. So we're talking about gray coverage and that sort of thing. And so we want our marketing, if that is going to be our most popular sort of client, we want our marketing to reflect that audience and the kind of marketing that they would respond to. So the 3 main types of marketing are grassroots, which is just basically word of mouth and local stuff. You might put, for example, coupons in local businesses. You might have a referral program. You might bring a friend, bring a friend sort of a thing where you're offering benefits for both the new client and for your existing client. The next would be mobile. Everybody's on cell phones now. Every phone is a smartphone. Every phone will be a smartphone within the next 5 years. So any kind of marketing that can be communicated by a mobile phone is going to be really big. And the last one would be online. So it's really important to have a web presence and a web page that's doing more than just putting your brochure online. So a web page where there's things being constantly updated, whether that's before and after photos of your clients, whether that's new rewards programs, new coupons. You always want to be keeping the website fresh with stuff that they can't get anywhere else. And also Facebook obviously has made a huge splash in the last few years, so really important to have a presence there too. He also suggests that you could start a salon YouTube channel. 1.8 million words can be communicated in 1 minute of video. So people don't read anymore. People don't have the attention span to read much more than a paragraph, which is kind of sad. But at the same time, you have to market towards that. So what you could say in 1 minute YouTube video of, hey, this is me, this is my salon, this is my staff, this is what our salon looks like. We take a tour of the salon, we see maybe, you know, a few seconds of somebody getting their hair done, a before and an after. With a really simple video editing program. You can find lots of them online that are free and are really simple. And then you can direct people to that YouTube channel through your Facebook, through your website. And that's just doing a whole lot of marketing for you in a really short amount of time. And the great thing is YouTube is free, Facebook is free, and websites anymore are very inexpensive as well. The third type of way to improve your cash flow is through sampling. So he gave an example of a salon, a nail salon actually that he had worked for, where in one 6-week cycle they gave every single client in the salon one sample of one product. And what they found at the end of that 6-week cycle is that their total sales overall, not just for that product, had improved 6 to 12%. And so on the next billing cycle, the next 6 weeks, they decided to do the same thing with the new product. And so it's just great. It generates, you know, good word of mouth that you're getting something free. The bottom line is people love to get things for free. It's a good way to introduce them to a product and to get them interested in maybe products from that other product line that you carry in the salon. And the last one is through retail, specifically purchasing, placement, and purchasing again. They found that the amount of space you're dedicating in your workplace to retail directly reflects the percentage of your total income that will be generated by that retail. So for example, if 20% of the square footage of your salon is dedicated to retail, 20% of your overall sales in the salon are going to come from retail. You need to create a shopping environment. So it's not just enough anymore to rely on your stylist to do all the selling for you. While that's really important, it's important to be educating our clients about the products we're using on their hair and giving them recommendations. It's important to create a shopping environment so that you're not just a salon anymore, but that you're also a retail center. They have found by and large that women are no longer loyal to one particular brand of hair care. They found they're more likely to be loyal to skincare or makeup, but they are not loyal to hair care. So that means that they're going to be willing to try the next newest, greatest thing if they think it can do something really great for their hair. You want to be training your staff to be able to sell all of the retail that you offer, meaning that they should be well versed in everything that they have, know how to use it, and if a stranger came in off the street, should be able to give them a 2-minute consultation and know exactly what they would need for their hair. And within 30 days, they have found if you dedicate more space in your salon to retail and are kind of following these guidelines, that you can double your retail sales. One salon that he had worked with in California followed this idea. They had about 10% of their salon was dedicated to retail, and they bumped that up to be 30 or 40%, and they found that by the end of the year, they had increased their sales by about 40%, which is just tremendous. So anyway, it was a really great seminar that I got from him. I got a lot of really useful information, and I hope that you found this useful too. Thanks. That's good.